I hope you guys are having a lovely it's Saturday. This is my last Saturday off. So far June's been slow for me. So I'm good, but I'm not good because your girl is still trying to get an apartment. But I'm not tripping too hard. Let's talk about some things I have missed. Okay. As a black person, it's frustrating when people don't see you as a person. And I'm one of those people where I'm in a job where my job is to be subservient to others. And I have found myself having a hard time doing that job sometimes because it's frustrating when you serve people who don't even see you as a real person. Or it's frustrating when you feel like someone don't see you as a real person. Like you gotta do your job, but you have human needs and you have human wants or something like that. And it's just hard. It's hard, if I'm paid to do a job and I do my job, me asking for basic human needs should not be an issue that anyone has with me. But for this to pop up, basically, Florida would continue to teach that slaves benefited from slavery and that African Americans were responsible for Ocoa and the Tulsa race riots, a race massacre. Hmm. So we destroyed our own neighborhood. And we benefited from slavery, even though the families who own slaves are the one that has benefited from slavery, not the ancestors of people who were enslaved. Help me help you understand the logic in this. It's like telling us, it's like you've given us a crumb and telling us that you're spoiling us just because you gave us a crumb. That's what it's like. I was like, oh, here's a crumb. You know, I spoil you, I spoil you. I give you too much credit. That's what I do. This is for these parents out here who think the school system is supposed to teach their children about what it is to be black in America. If you are black and your child goes to public school, your teaching is not done by the teacher. Okay, trust me, you're not done raising your child. Just because by law your child is supposed to be in a school system does not mean that your child does not stop getting taught at home. Raise your kids to understand what it is when it comes to society and community. And don't ask them to be compliant when they're being disrespected and being told to be submissive just because of how they look or who they are. It is your job to educate your child on black families, black history, black plight, black everything. Ooh. Not Siri was listening with her nosy ass. This is why, because in public school, they're not going to teach your kids to feel great. They're not going to teach your kids to be proud. They're not going to teach your kids to have confidence. And it's not the school system job to make your children feel secure. It's your job at home to tell the truth about what it is to be black in America. So y'all sit up here talking about something. It should be Black History Month. Why we got the shortest month? Blah 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 blah. Well, you're black 365 days of the year. So why don't you spend this summer teaching your kids Black history? You're the one that's black 365 days a year. White people don't have to learn black history. Yet they're the ones that know the most about your history, boo. So Florida just gonna go against the grain and erase the truth about slavery and erase the abuse, erase the essaying and the arting that they did to the men and the women. Example of what they did to men, breaking buck. And some of you guys do it in the entertainment industry on black men. You break buck on them. That's where it's all rooted in. You're not treated no different in the entertainment industry than you are from your enslaved ancestors. Ain't that something? Dr. Umar, it's time for you to start that school, friend. You said you gonna start your school. When you gonna start your school? Because now would be a great way to start school, because we need to keep it alive that we were enslaved against, our people were enslaved against their will. They didn't want to be slaves. Y'all stop romanticizing. Also, you feel like y'all romanticize a relationship between slaves and masters. Masters sexually assaulting the women and saying, "Oh, it's a Oh, that's forbidding love. What part of someone who owns me and paid to have me is that love? But speaking of school, I want y'all to listen to this lady describe the school she went to that so happens to be the school that Donald Trump's son graduated from. Let me find this real quick because when I saw this, I found this to be the most intriguing thing in the world to see. See, did I keep it or did I erase it? Right here.
Trump went to, and then I have some things to talk about. Listen.
For those of you who don't know, Barron Trump just graduated high school from Oxford Academy in Palm Beach, and that is where I went to high school. I know the first thing that's going to come to mind is it's a rich kid school, snobbed, all that stuff. Honestly, it wasn't that snobby. Everyone was incredibly nice, and not everyone that went there was a super high-profile family. A lot of them were just, your normal families who did well, whether they were a doctor, a lawyer, a banker, from the best sports equipment to weight rooms to trainers and physical therapists to help with recovery. And over on the art side, they had ballet, musical theater, which was something I was super interested in. Bill Koch is the one that founded this school for his kids, and he really pulled strings to get more opportunities for the school using his network. We had Marco Rubio come speak to us it was pretty close to the election.
Now, to anybody in the comments who are like, man, all kids deserve this kind of opportunity, regardless of their socioeconomic status. That's the point. We don't get the same kind of education. And that's why you should read the book Quiet Street, written by a guy who went to these prestigious schools, who is from an affluent family. These rich white kids go to these schools that make them believe that they are the center of power. Being able to take aviation classes or meet senator or former presidents makes them believe, actually makes them realize that they are going to be the next presidents, that this is a class and this power is staying within their class. And like the author of the book said, of course, they're all very nice. They're all very kind. Nobody there is evil. And the main reason why the book is called Quiet Street is because when they drive by places where there's, unfortunate people, they stay quiet so they don't bring attention to themselves. So this whole video of everybody at that school was so nice and so chill and so cool. And we just got to meet politicians is how they talk, because they really don't want you to know that these schools are designed to make them into the next leaders, our next rulers. Really, read this book. It's on purpose that they get all the resources and believe they can be in power, and the rest of us get nothing and feel like we're in this mentality that we're never going to rise up. They do that on purpose. Listen to this rich white girl talk about the school that her and Barron Trump went to, and then I have...
So... while your public schools are fighting over if slavery was a choice or not, because as far as I'm concerned, I found out one of my ancestors came here, was not a slave, and was enslaved. He came here a free man and was enslaved. Mm-hmm. But according to your Florida books, that was by choice and it benefited him. How you actually have school for kids who parents are presidents and former presidents and vice presidents and attorneys, bankers, all that stuff, who actually bring people in to teach these kids their value. Meanwhile, middle class children, public school children, are taught And I find it to be funny because I was watching the movie. Tomorrowland. And they showed this girl who was in school. And all they were teaching her was about doomsday. And that's all they teach you for real. All they teach you is the world's about to end. You're taught the same thing over and over again between the grades of K through 12. Then you go to college and learn it again. And you wonder why you go on the internet and people, normal everyday people, go on the internet and are always fear mongering. That's because that's what they were taught. They weren't taught how affluent they were, how influential they are, how great they are, how they're going to change the world. They were told that the world is ending and there's nothing you can do about it. You got to figure out what planet we can go to. They're taught how to continue the leadership, and we're taught to be scared. The lessons don't just stop in the school, y'all. The lessons starts at home. Okay? So I saw this with Scooter Braun. Scooter Braun is retiring, y'all. Let's see. Scooter Braun cannot be no older than 45. Let me look up Scooter Braun. How old he is. He's only 43 years old. So Scooter Braun is able to retire after he has taken Taylor Swift's masters, Justin Bieber's masters. Who else masters did he take? Let's look up at him. Okay. Oh, he's over. Isn't he over quality control now? He bought out Quality Control. So he probably owns some of uh uh City Girl stuff, Migos stuff. So of course you can retire at 43. When everybody else has to go on tour. Look at this. No degree. He has no degree. That's not right. You mean to tell me this man right here with no degree can retire at 43 just because he owns the right people's masters? He was born in 81, right? So in 2002, when he was only 20 years old, he was hired to plan after parties in each of the 5 cities on the Anger Management Tour, which featured Ludacris and Eminem. Events organized by Braum in this era includes party for the 2003 NBA All-Star Game and after party for Britney Spears' 2004 Onyx Tour. He left So So Def because he was signed to So So Def. In 2005, a few weeks later, he brokered a $12 million campaign deal with Ludacris and Pontiac. After the Pontiac deal, Braum was hired as an entertainment consultant for the Atlanta Hawks. He knew his value at a young age. He knew his value at a very young age. And yes, he did go to college, but he didn't get a degree. But he was an entertainment consultant for the Atlanta Hawks. Let me look that one job up real quick. Let me look that up. And because he probably so good at his job, they probably created a job for him. You know, when you're good at stuff, people create room for you. They bother to create room for you when you're good at things. So this is what Braum had to say. Scooter Braum said, 20 years, 3 years, that's how long I have been a music manager. 20 years ago, a 19-year-old kid started managing an artist named Kato in Atlanta, Georgia. And my journey began. Along the way, I have so many experiences I could have never dreamed of. I have been blessed to have had a Forrest Gump-like life while witnessing and taking part in the journey of some of the most extraordinary talented people the world has ever seen. I'm consistently pinching myself and asking, how did I get here? Out the backs of Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift star. That's how you got here. You took people's masters. And after 23 years, this chapter as a music manager has come to an end. It's a strange feeling because I think I have wanted this for a while, but I was truly afraid to answer the question, what would I be without them? I was really just 19 years old when I started. So my entire adult life, I played the role of an artist manager and on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And for 20 years, I loved it. It's all I know. But as my children get older, my personal life took some hits. I came to the realization that my kids were 3 superstars I wasn't willing to lose. So he has the luxury of raising his children with him being there full time now. I'm not going to read his whole little letter. Just know that he's retired at only 43 years old. My question is, are you retiring because you made enough money, or are you retiring because something is about to come down the pipeline about you, sir? I'm just asking questions, you know? It's one thing when you are the talent, and it's another thing when you have made money off of people being talented. Because a lot of times with artists make music for the love of making music. They don't make music because it's a business. And the one thing they epically fail at understanding, and we have seen time and time again, is understanding that they are the business. But congratulations to you, Scooter. I'm going to take a little break real quick. Give me 5 seconds. I'm going to take like a little commercial break. I'm back. One thing I want to add before I move on to what's going on in this world is I want to talk about the mere fact that the artists who are on tour right now as we speak are the only ones making money. Okay? If you're not on tour, you're not making money. I don't care what they have to say. If you're not booking shows, you're not booking gigs, you're not making money. You don't have any songwriting credits, no producing credits. You're not making money. The main reason I feel like, I know I put out one theory, but the main theory I have is that Scooter cannot make any more money in the entertainment industry anymore. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think Scooter can make any more money anymore. He's not making money. He's not getting the bang for his buck. This whole streaming thing has taken a toll, because it used to be how many records you sell. Now it's a streaming thing, and you have to sell so many. You have to stream so much. Like getting 1,000 streams don't get you $1,000. It's like pennies. You have to stream up in the millions to make money. So the music industry is not as fruitful as it used to be anymore. And so he's skipping town. He's keeping it moving. Because he done made his million. Now he's going to raise his children to be better than yours. That is what's happening, people. His kids probably go to the same school as Barron Trump. Where they're not told how less they are because they don't have education. They're told that they are great. Yeah. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of people, a lot of artists who are not on tour, not booking shows. A lot of artists, if you're not booking shows, you're not doing tours, you're not on tour right now, you're not making money. You're not making money. That's the whole point. You're not making money. You're not booking shows. You're not doing tours. You're not making money. That's just how the game is right now. I'm debating on whether I want to talk about this on here. I kind of don't want to since it streams on YouTube. I don't want to talk about it on here. I might talk about it on my podcast when I go back on my podcast. But this is the weirdest thing. So I'm gonna leave this for my podcast. I'm very aware that people have heard about this show by now. I mean, heard about what happened with this case right now. Um, it's so weird. People are so weird, and even with Uber drivers, you have to be careful who you pick up. You have to be real careful who you pick up.
Lots of things. I was going to a lot of studios alone, meeting people I've never met, people that I don't know, they don't know me, I'm unknown. I would message people, okay, I've been working on this. I want to share this because I know I have something like I can help. I can, I want to learn how to produce. Maybe I'll be producing for people because of my objective, which is I just want to make music. I don't really care about politics or anything here. I just want to learn. I want to be here to learn. And if me being attractive is disturbing you, it's stopping me from me achieving my goal, I'm going to help you. So I would like, when I go to the studio, I wear like baggy clothes. Stuff. Oh wow. And I'm in my alpha mode because I want you to not be seduced by me. And I'm not going to be like, oh, it's your choice. Fine, yes, it is your choice if you want to be seduced. But when I'm that's level work. Yeah. And most of the time it works. Why? Yeah. Because they can tell she's just here to work. And we work lots of things. I was going to a lot of studios alone.
I have like mixed feelings about when I saw her say this because I feel like I'm a creator. I create music. I'm talented. You should understand that I'm not here to flirt with you. I'm not here to sleep with you. I'm here to create. I have different feelings about this because from my understanding in the studio, the AC be on heavy anyway. I mean, especially this time of year, I'm pretty sure the AC is on heavy. But to those who want to go to the studio in a nice maxi dress, that is on you. We're not excusing a man hitting on you. We're not excusing any harassment or anything like that. I'm just saying, what you wear is your choice. I just don't understand why my intentions have to be shown through my clothing. Granted, when I start doing studio time and I'm in the studio, I am going to be wearing baggy clothes. I'm going to be wearing jeans, sweats, because I'm going to be in there all night creating and making music because I'm working. And I'll be sure, but it's like in the same sense. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have looked a hot mess, and men still wanted to do what they wanted to do. Men still want to hit on you. Men still want your number. Men still want to go with you. And trust me, I have looked a hot mess. My edges was not edging the way they supposed to edge. They were out of control. Okay. I'm wearing jeans, a t-shirt. There's been moments where I was in lingerie. Yeah, I said lingerie. Straight up lingerie and didn't attract no one. But I get what she's saying. But it's sad that women, we have to monitor what we do versus men. Because y'all don't know how to control yourself. I should have to be in a football jersey and some baggy pants to keep you from looking at me. I shouldn't have to. But I get what she's saying. But it's just sad. It's sad that a woman has to say that. And it's frustrating because it's like, what are you, an animal? You're a grown man. So you're telling me men are animals. You are animalistic. You're not human, you're animals. So if you're an animal, I'm allowed to shoot you if you get out of control, right? I'm just saying, this is the energy that you bring in. You get out of control, I can tranquilize your ass. But I get what she was saying, because if I was in the studio working, I'll be wearing baggy clothes too. I'll be wearing sweatpants too. I'll be sitting up there in a graphic tee too. Why? Because I'm here to work. And I don't want you to get it twisted. But if you decide to go to a studio with the maxi dress on, that still don't mean you're going to have that attention anyway. I'm going to be honest with you too. Like I said, I've been in a situation where I was in a freaking lingerie and nobody was checking for me. So it's really about the energy that's around you. So you have to be careful of the energy you have around you. So let's talk about Pastor Gucci Prada Fendi over here, who said that God was going to prove that he didn't do anything that he said he did. The government was lying on this man. You know, he said that. The government was lying on him. That's what he said. But your ass is going to jail for 9 years. You had a whole prayer closet for Gucci, Prada, Fendi. You were worshiping the fashion gods, honey. You weren't worshiping God. You were worshiping the real creator. You would not be in this mess anyway, friend. Let's be straight up honest with you. Yo, tacky ass. I'll never forget this. I live in Stone Mountain. It's the 4th most beautiful place in the world to stay in. According to the countdown, Stone Mountain is number 4 on the beautiful place to stay in. So I stay there. Anyway, part of where I stay at is a little bit ghetto. Okay, it's the ghetto, but they're gentrifying the hell out of this place. I would say the neighborhood I stay in is actually nice. When I had my car, I used to drive around the neighborhood, and I was in awe of how beautiful it was here. Very beautiful. It was not as ghetto as my hometown. The neighborhood I came from, I felt like where I came from and where I stayed at was more ghetto than Stone Mountain. But it's really nice here, right? But you still got people who got hood mentality, and you still got some places that are hood, but they gonna gentrify the hell out of this area, just like they gentrify the hell out of Decatur. Decatur is very nice too, by the way. I know people are like, what are you talking about? These are the ghettos. They're not going to be ghettos for long, you guys. They're not going to be ghettos for long, okay? White people are going to be buying your grandmother's houses very soon. So y'all don't want to keep it in the family. Anyway. And so one of the ladies that was driving me to work one day, I was taking an Uber. Y'all know I work in Midtown. And she was like, I find it crazy that when I come over here to do Uber, she's talking about the ghettos. The ghettos. She's talking about the ghetto areas, okay? The ghettos. The ghettos, darling. The ghettos. She's like, why would I come over here? I see black people in designer everything. But when I go to places like Brookhaven is like a place where the affluent people stay at. People who got money stay at. But I go to places that's affluent or something like that. Why you like Raspy? I'm triggered. You like Raspy. And then on the truck it says ETA. You know, I wasn't thinking ETA, I was thinking Greek. I didn't know the estimation time of arrival. I did not know what that meant. I'm not stupid. I was just thinking Greek. I don't know why I was thinking Greek. Okay. But she was like, why I see people in more designer stuff than people in Brookhaven. And I noticed this. I realized this too. Like, I noticed where I work at, it's a lot of people with real money. They could buy my soul if they wanted to. Okay. And I don't see them in Chanel. I don't see them in Fendi. I don't see them in Prada. I don't see them in Louis. I don't see them in Gucci. But when it comes to people who make 6 figures a month for some strange reason, y'all got to show me y'all all got the Louis Vuitton hoops. Which, don't get it twisted, I want the Louis Vuitton hoops too, because I'm partially ghetto. Don't get it twisted. I have class, but I like the Louis Vuitton hoops. Okay? But the flashier you are, the more clothes you wear that are designer, the more broker you look to me. You do. I don't know. I'm not gonna say this. It's just, I don't know. I'm not impressed by it. If you come in, and like I said, I know when you have real money because you don't have to flash. You got money. Well, you sit up here in them Louis Vuitton. Everybody, I don't know why everybody got them Louis Vuitton hoops. Why do everybody have those Louis Vuitton hoops? And yes, I love the Louis Vuitton hoops. Don't get it twisted. I love them. But yes, Louis Vuitton is one of the designers I like. I like Louis Vuitton. I like Louis Vuitton. I like Dolce & Gabbana. But to get to the point to where you are sitting up here in the suit and has GG all over it, it's no way in the world this is a real Gucci suit. It is nowhere in God's green earth that is a real Gucci suit. Gucci, y'all made tacky. Let me find Gucci. Let me look up Gucci suit. Gucci suit. But that's okay, because I'm still fly. That's not even a Gucci suit. Gucci suits don't look like that. Tacky ass. So his tacky ass going to jail for stealing money from church members. He was found. He's sentenced to 9 years in prison after being found guilty of conning church members out of $90K, bank fraud, extortion, and using church money for designer clothes and more. That's not a real Gucci suit. I looked up a Gucci suit. That's the same shit that Miss Netta be wearing. Talking about something, I'm wearing Louis Vuitton. Girl, shut up. You tacky. Louis Vuitton is not this tacky. It costs a lot for you to look this tacky. And then to me, when it comes to men, I understand men who are into fashion or something like that. So it's not a generalized statement that we're all men who are into fashion. If you're into fashion, you're into fashion. You're into clothes, you're into clothes. But sometimes men are so into fashion that it comes out a little bit homosexual. And to me, how he treated that woman in his church screams, I don't like women. Or, I like saying women like saying this. I don't like females. I got some new Louis Vuitton hoops that I hope nobody else catch on to, but I got some new Louis Vuitton hoops that I won't. But y'all ghetto asses better stay away from it because y'all start wearing those, I'm gonna be pissed off. I mean, mad as fire. So you going to prison being tacky. He probably gonna ask for Louis Vuitton to fix him a Gucci suit. Can you ask Louis Vuitton to fix me a jumpsuit for me? Are the church members gonna get their money back or no? He looked like somebody that come from the school of Diddy. And they said that he was friends with the mayor of New York. Diddy's also friends with the mayor of New York. I'm just saying, birds of a feather flock together. I wouldn't be surprised if something came out that he did some other stuff. So congratulations to Bishop Lamar Whitehead, inmate number 98765, on playing yourself in the name of Jesus. Taking advantage of your elders when you laying you behind bars and in hell. And Gucci does not make a suit like this. So I wonder which one of your cousins made this with one of them tables that you make shirts on. Because you look a hot damn mess. Sorry. Let me continue. I want you guys to watch this. Apparently there's a new STI out here that's a fungus.
It ain't safe to do nothing no more, gang. If you ain't in a relationship or dealing with somebody you sturdy with, just take your private parts, lock them in a box, and throw away the key. It ain't safe to do it no more. A new fungal infection? That's tough. They said this like a ringworm that you get around your private area, and they ain't found a cure for it yet. They found the new name though. They call it TM7. TM7 is out of pocket. Anything that's coming out with a number behind it, you know it's real. Y'all seen what COVID-19 did to the people. Now they got this? I bet. I know the freaks is tight now. Y'all was out there just doing it and doing it and doing it. Well, look what y'all coming out with now. I say the first person they ever discovered that got this, just take him, isolate him, lock him up in a room until y'all find some type of cure for this. Because ringworms around your private parts is out of pocket. It ain't safe to do nothing no more, gang.
And it doesn't help that you've been watching Bridgerton and the sex scenes are like crazy, right? It really does not help when you watch Bridgerton. I yesterday, I was so tired from the night before. I was binge watching Bridgerton. I love Bridgerton. I love Bridgerton. I do. I adore Bridgerton. Okay. I don't know why homeboy had to give up his bar. I won't give up my bar shoot. Because as quick as you get money, it's as quick as you lose it. So I would have kept that as her insurance. Homeboy, like a typical black person. You throw a ball, you throw a party, throw a ball, and your butt gonna have one of them 3D books in the middle of the damn floor. Like you can't give us nothing, man. Why would as soon as you get money, you do something that crazy? You know, you can't do that. And you gave away your bar. Why did you give away your bar for? Shoot, I want to make my own money. I don't want to make money off people that's on my land. Anyway, I don't know where these superbugs are coming from. All I can say is y'all stay safe. That's all I have to say. And don't watch Bridgerton sex scenes. Just skip over it and get to the meat of the story. Because the sex scenes are supposed to be like that of a romantic novel. Okay? Bridgerton is a romantic novel. So I'm just saying, y'all take care. And it's crazy to me because it's like, why are you telling people to wrap it up now when you have STIs and STDs already out there? Then nobody has a cure. Allegedly, nobody has a cure for HIV/AIDS. So y'all stay safe. Y'all stay prayed up. I'm saying this already. Y'all stay safe. Y'all stay prayed up. And just ill. How many body counts do he have? Gross. They said it was gonna be something that's gonna turn us single people off to 6. And COVID wasn't enough, I'm guessing. I'll talk about this later. I think I want this on my podcast. I want to talk about the Little Fist altercation, but I don't know. No, I don't. So the internet was clowning.
Jackie Shane was a black trans.
Sorry. People were clowning Chris Brown because of this. I don't know what you need. What the hell? I give you. I don't know what you need. Nobody loves you. I don't know what to do. I don't know what you need. Nobody loves Paris. So then the internet thought this was funny. And I want y'all to look at this. In springtime. I give you Paris in springtime. He had another malfunction today where I think his floor thing was supposed to go down and he stepped on it and nobody was doing their job and he walked off stage pissed off. I don't know what's going on with Chris. To me, it just seemed like people who are working for him are sabotaging him. Which I don't understand because if I pay you to do a job, do your job. Don't be sitting up here trying to sabotage me in my show. But to me, that's the vibes I'm getting. Is that they're trying to sabotage Chris Brown. Yeah. It's kind of weird. Okay. This happened 10 days ago, but I want to talk about it real quick. because this goes back to what I was telling you guys about the Trump supporters. Now, if Trump is going to jail or not, I don't know. I'm prepared for both outcomes. So yeah. So, an Arizona man was arrested for planning to incite a race war by conducting a mass glizzowning of the glizzy at an Atlanta rap concert and was looking for help and asked undercover FBI agents. So y'all remember when we had this whole, it was so gross and painful that week, okay? Painful because they never put ice in the coffee water. They put some boiling hot water in a coffee thing, and the purpose of putting it in a coffee thing is for it to stay hot. So we had scalding hot water the whole game because the pipes bursted. 5 pipes bursted because they're 100 years old in downtown Atlanta in a ruined Meg Thee Stallions concert. Okay? So it upset me and my homegirls because anyway. You remember what I told you when that happened in downtown Atlanta? His plan was to oot and possibly take the lives of African Americans and other minorities at a concert at Atlanta State Farm Arena was uncovered. Was this jackass behind the water pipes bursting? Cause that was the worst week of my life. I said that. I was like, somebody who is going to be a Trump supporter. My mom said it. Somebody who's a Trump supporter could be behind why these pipes are bursting. Yeah, that Atlanta venue in May. You're saying May? Meg Thee Stallion was supposed to be there in May. Was he behind the pipes bursting? And I know y'all said because the pipes were 100 years old, that's why a lot of this stuff was happening. But was it really because the pipes were bursting? Because the pipes were 100 years old, or this fool did something to those pipes? Because washing your hands with scalding hot water is painful. This ain't it. He tacky too for that. No. There are earthquakes, small earthquakes happening near Lake Lanier. Honey, you don't. I'll be doing this live and I'll be looking at the comment section. Y'all, wow. Somebody said, have a couple of billionaires go investigate in a submarine. I can't with y'all. I can't with y'all. I can't. I can't. I can't. Oh, Lord, help me. Small earthquakes are happening near Lake Lanier. I don't know why y'all keep going over there. And my thing is, Lake Lanier does not have beef with me because I have nothing to do with why Lake Lanier is the way it is. If I do find out that ancestors did benefit from it, then I will be the one personally to drain the hell out of this. And then maybe we can sanitize this water so we can have it put on the side since y'all want to sit up here and bust pipes in Atlanta. Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, I don't have any ancestors that has to do with what happened at Lake Lanier. Just in case you want to know, what happened at Lake Lanier is something similar to the Tulsa race massacre, Rosewood, Ocoee, all of them. I keep saying that name wrong. All of them, same thing. It's a nice little town called Oscarville, where there were some black people that were well-to-do and they was doing well. And they grabbed themselves by their bootstraps because that's what some of us do. And then someone made a grave decision to make this into a lake. There's a whole town of houses and graves underneath them waters. Okay? Seneca Village as well. Seneca Village is what you all know as Central Park. Okay? And there's 3 small earthquakes that has happened. I saw somewhere, because I saved this twice. I saw somewhere where somebody said the ancestors are waking up. It's something like that, because let me see if I still have that article. Lake Lanier claimed is a victim this year. Yep. A 74-year-old man, he drowned in Lake Lanier after his seat became unbolted. So he was fishing in Lake Lanier. And this was Memorial Day weekend. Man was bass fishing. And he drowned. I'll tell y'all about going to Lake Lanier on Memorial Day weekend. Tell y'all about that. Just like clockwork, y'all do it every year. What are you trying to prove? Stop playing with the spirits there. Stop thumbing your nose at the spirits there. They don't want you in their water. Because it's a whole town. It's not a lake. Okay? It's a whole town. Leave them people alone. Or it might be fish people. Y'all know what happened in Black Panther. There were fish people. It was Neymar. And his folks that was in the water. This stone spirit might have turned into mermaids. I don't know. I don't know how the spiritual world works. All right, here we go. Make sure I get rid of these so I know I did them. All right. Oprah is the first victim of Ozempic. I ain't gonna lie though, Oprah, you've been looking snatched lately. I get it. I'm sorry, but she's the first victim of Ozempic. Okay. It says a television personality star, Oprah Winfrey, was recently hospitalized because of a stomach problem that left her excreting from both ends, her best friend Gayle King revealed. According to Daily Mail, Gayle made the candid confession on Tuesday, hoping Oprah would not be upset by her indiscretion. Gayle was meeting Arthur David Werblowski, whose latest books, Familiaris, was chosen by Oprah for her book club. Typically, Oprah announced her book club pick herself, but she was sick on Tuesday and couldn't go on the show, so Gayle did it where she had comment on her current condition. She had some kind of stomach thing where stomach flu stuff was coming out of both ends. Gayle, I won't get too graphic. You just did when you said it was coming out both ends. Needless to say, she ended up in the hospital dehydrated and she had an IV. So it was very serious, the news anchor continued. After vividly explaining the reason behind Oprah's absence, Gayle said, I hope she's not mad at me for sharing that detail. It's up and stuck for you, Gayle. 5 months ago, Winfrey admitted to having used weight loss drugs similar to Ozempic. Rumor was that she was on Ozempic last year. As the rumor grew, Oprah finally admitted in December that she had given up and started taking weight loss pills. She had been under the impression that she had to use her own willpower to get the body she wants. Ozempic is a diabetic drug that has become popular in Hollywood amongst people who want to lose weight. Her size occupied 5 decades of space in my brain, yo-yoing and feeling like, why can't I just conquer this thing? Believing willpower was my failing during the interview with People. I'll be back. Hold on. There's a lot of stopping today. Hold on. get why Oprah would be frustrated with her weight. I get it. But it's not healthy to use a weight loss medication. You have to be careful. One. Granted, Oprah's a billionaire, so I'm pretty sure you gotta be careful. I'm pretty sure she's healthy. She's a billionaire, so she don't have poor people problems. But I get why you be frustrated with not being with struggling with your weight. I've always struggled with my weight as well. So, y'all be careful, and you do have to have willpower. Y'all should want to eat different anyway with all these recalls they've been having on food recently. Anyway. But yeah, I get it. But be careful, Miss Oprah. Watch this. And I had to praise these young men for doing something positive. Sometimes it has to be your peers.
We are self-described predator hunters. For a little over 3 weeks, they've been pretending to be an underage girl online in an effort to catfish local men who are allegedly trying to meet up for sex.
It's just crazy, how fast they are willing to meet young females. It's just crazy.
The trio says they were surprised by their efforts last Wednesday, May 29th. That day, Shreveport police received a call at 11:04 a.m. The call came from former KTBS News anchor Bill Lunn. According to police and a call for service report obtained by NBC6, Lunn claimed he was the victim of an assault and battery, but a case report on the alleged incident paints a different story. According to the case report, the alleged offense is not for assault and battery, rather for computer-aided solicitation for sexual purposes. These three men are the reason why.
And so he seen us, he darted out.
They created a fake Meet Me profile. That profile is of an underage girl. They say they then wait for men to like the profile and spark a conversation. They say Lunn initiated a conversation Tuesday night.
They had a little conversation going on, and he asked how old she was. The girl told us she was 15 years old.
Antonio says he was actually the girl. He says he and Lunn exchanged dozens upon dozens of text messages over the next several hours, where the conversation quickly turned to sex.
He was sending pictures to her. He was saying he wanted to do this to her, explicit things I can't see on camera.
Antonio checked the phone number he was texting with. It was the same number Lunn lists on his LinkedIn profile.
I'm like, oh my God. So I looked to the Facebook. I'm like, this is really his number. It's a real Bill Lunn. Yeah. And so it was just really just crazy.
We were shown images in the text message chain displaying sexually explicit photos that Lunn allegedly sent of himself. Antonio says Lunn set up a meeting date last Wednesday.
Came on his lunch break from work to come meet her.
According to Antonio, when Lunn arrived at their designated meeting spot, the trio jumped out, informing him of what was happening.
You can see the guilt in his eyes. He knew oh, I'm done.
They say Lunn ran and later called police, saying he was the victim of an assault and battery. The three men waited for police to arrive. They say hours of questioning followed. The call for service report shows police spent 4 hours and 21 minutes at the scene. The young men say Lunn was handcuffed in the back of a police vehicle for hours. All parties were released from the scene with no charges filed. Shreveport police told me there is an active investigation into Lunn based on the events of that day. I tried reaching out to Lunn to get his side of the story.
Please leave your name and number, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks. Have a great day.
Bill, this is Dan Jovic calling from NBC 6 News, trying to get your side of the story related to an incident that took place last week. My call went unanswered and was not returned.
Thing is, as Bill was running off, he yells, "I have a wife and kids." I'm sitting there as he's running off. I'm thinking in my head, how can you say that?
Why you ain't sleeping with her?
You literally just walked yourself in the house, expecting to meet an underage teenager, which he was going to do regardless.
Lund resigned Monday from both of his roles at KTBS. And Lund's profile was immediately scrubbed from the station's website. Calls to KTBS management regarding the incident have gone unanswered. Antonio, Cameron, and Carturio said they have allegedly caught 10 men in the span of just 3 weeks through their vigilante efforts. We are self-described predator hunters. For a little over 3 weeks, they've been pretending to be...
Yes. Got him. They got this douchebag. They got him, caught him red-handed, girl. No, caught his butt red-handed. He's sitting up there with his old nasty, stinking self. Your old nasty, stinking self. Over here, trying to get a relationship with an underage girl. Kudos to y'all, but y'all need to be careful. Because y'all know, when it comes to us, the law does not work in our favor. So be careful. I suggest y'all do everything y'all can to be legit detectives. We need more young men out there looking out for our young ladies out there. Because people be getting away with murder, literally. There's some girls who go missing. Families have not found them. And there's a very strong possibility that they are trafficked. So shout out to these young men who are trying to do something good in this world. But I suggest you get all the legal documentations so you can do it legally. And become your own little private team. Congratulations on finding a perp. Congrats to you. Moving right along.
Before you go to sleep every night.
What's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Jessica,
I'm not gonna even entertain this joke of a man. He's a joke. Let me see. Twins. I'm gonna show this on tomorrow. I'm gonna show y'all the weird videos I found on the internet to talk about. I'm gonna show those tomorrow. But if my horses did this, I would freak the hell out. Have y'all heard of Project 2025? Says GOP's radical plan for America's future and what you need to know. It says national abortion ban and reproductive restriction institutes a national abortion ban and reverse FDA approval of abortion pills, demand data from states that currently allow abortion, restrict access to STD testing, birth control, and IVF. What? Education, eliminate Department of Education, divert public money to private and religious schools. So they're taking money out the public school system and putting it in the private and religious schools. Assume America is Christian, enforce a biblical-based definition of marriage and family, privileging heterosexual two-parent households. Reduce or eliminate Environmental Protective Agency and programs that address climate change. Girl. Make it easier to fire government employees, create a hiring database of over 20,000 Trump loyalists to fill government positions, and establish a training academy for them. This sounds like a dictatorship. Gut the Department of Homeland Security and the FBI efforts to combat disinformation. Reduce the military efforts to counter domestic extremism. Reverse policies allowing transgender individuals to serve in the military. Redefine sex across federal agencies to exclude transgender people, potentially leading to increased discrimination. Emphasize traditional family structure. Support policies that favor married, heterosexual couples with biological children, and dismantling those that support LGBTQ families. Roll back both legal and unauthorized immigration through various restriction measures. Propose dismantling the DREAM Act and restricting DACA, limited temporary work visas, and increasing processing fees for migrants. The next conservative president must make the institution of America's civil society hard target for woke culture warriors. This starts with deleting the term sexual orientation and gender identity. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Gender equality. Gender equity, gender awareness, gender sensitive, abortion, reproductive health, reproductive rights, and any other terms used to deprive Americans of their First Amendment rights out of every federal rule, agency, regulation, contract, grants, regulation, and pieces of legislation that exists. So basically, they don't want y'all to be dumbasses. When they say heterosexual two-parent homes, you're talking about both. Are you talking about all races as well, or is it just for them? They don't believe in you having protection. They don't believe in you having IVF. So in vitro fertilization, they're getting rid of that. So if you can't have a baby naturally, you can forget about trying IVF because they're getting rid of IVF. People part of the LGBTQ community are not allowed to get married. I'm exhausted looking at this. It exhausts me because it's like it emotionally exhausts me. Because we work so hard to even get to this point. My bad. We work so hard to get to this point and we're still fighting for stuff. And what you're going to do, demand data from states that currently allow abortion. So are you going to put women in prison for getting abortion? Why are you restricting access to STD testing and birth control pill and IVF? I don't get it. Like I said, this feels like Gilead. This genuinely feels like Gilead. Okay.
A bit of a breakdown.
I think she was on Bad Girls Club when Bad Girls Club was on Oxygen, not Bad Girls Club now, not Baddies now. She was on Bad Girls Club and she was pregnant. I want to talk about this real quick because to me this was like extreme, very extreme.
Got home. I feel like I was like so like angry, and I like went through the anger scene, and I was just like so fucking sad, and I'm like so hurt. I feel like so betrayed, and I feel so stupid. Like I'm so fucking mad, and I'm so sad, and I'm so angry. And I'm so angry that like they get to go live their life, and my life is ruined, and now I have 2 kids to take care of. So I had a baby doctor appointment, and it was a different doctor that I normally see. And she was like, I don't know, she was like very like thorough in her questioning. Like she was asking me about like pediatricians and stuff for like when the new baby comes. And then she's like, is dad gonna be there in this delivery room? And I was like, no. But I wasn't crying. I was just like, no. And she was like, is dad going to be with your 5-year-old? This is just like the normal doctor. Like they don't normally question you. And I was like, no, I have somebody else. And she was like, well, who's going to be there? And I'm like, a doula? Like, I'm like paying somebody to like be in the hospital with me. I'm not alone. And she's like, so was the dad not involved? And like all this stuff. And I'm like, no, the dad's actually in Mexico fucking somebody. A bit of a breakdown. It's got home.
So, just in case you didn't understand what happened, she found out her boyfriend got into a motorcycle accident, and she found out through the GoFundMe that he was on vacation with her best friend. I'm gonna say this: one, she's crying too hard to be pregnant. You put a whole lot of stress on a baby. Like you're crying too hard. One, two, explain to me this. I don't understand why y'all go on social media. I understand, but I don't understand. Because personally, instead of going on social media to cry while I'm pregnant, she did the Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas is notorious for being on the floor crying really hard. Trisha Paytas has not done this since she's gotten married and had 2 kids. But Trisha Paytas is notorious for getting on the floor and crying. Not while pregnant, but crying. I'm going to need y'all to stop doing that. Because if I find out my dude that I'm pregnant by is cheating on me in another country, I'm calling my cousins and them. We packing my bags. We gonna pack. No, I take it back. We packing his bags. I'm pregnant. I ain't doing nothing. I'm sit up there. I'm drinking some orange juice, whatever. I don't know. I don't think you can drink coffee when you're pregnant. Have people move his stuff out the house peacefully. She paid for the trip. Okay. She paid for that trip. I'm gonna find his credit cards. I don't know what it is about guys these days. They're trifling. They clearly trifling. Because you have to be trifling to pull something like this off. But they're on some trifling type of mess. They ain't got no home training. They pretend like they never seen their mom go through any kind of pain like this. But my heart goes out to anybody that has to deal with foolishness like this. When you're supposed to be, and I'll be honest with you, you know, after learning the truth about having a baby, it's having a baby is not as glamorous as they make it to be. It's actually gruesome and it's horrible, and the mom is in pain for a very long time. But the only thing you got to worry about is if the baby's going to be okay and if the mom's going to be okay. You should not be worried about if your trifling ass baby daddy is messing with this bitch. And as for the friend right here, give me 9 months. I'm going to come see that hoe. Be sitting up there in a doggone diaper catching my blood and everything, beating her ass. I will drag her by her hair, knock her teeth out. As for him, I'm traumatized him for the rest of his life. He ain't gonna be able to shit real good without me torturing him. Every chance I get, I'm gonna be dropping the babies off with him. Here, I'm going on vacation. Hot girl summer. Take care of your kids. They look like you, old big-headed ass. But I would not go on social media. I'm not going to social media. No, I'm going to spend all your money. Your stuff going to be outside on the sidewalk at the door. Don't talk to me. You get the kids Monday through Friday. You take them to school. If they don't have school, they sit up there in that cubicle with you. As a friend, I'm gonna cut her off so bad she gonna get paper cuts with me. No. I don't understand how people live their life doing stuff like this. It's disgusting. And Shawty gonna get it back because he gonna knock her up. He gonna knock her best friend up, and he gonna do the same thing. Somebody said, you over here crying. This is the last thing I want to talk about.
A crossing guard in Dar.
I want y'all to look at this. And, Lord. I try to not talk about how people look. But I'm trying to figure out, y'all really trust her to be a crossing guard? Y'all trusted her to be a crossing guard? She's giving crystal meth. Watch this.
Darby, Delaware County has been arrested. The guard is charged with giving e-cigarettes and marijuana to students. 26-year-old Kiara Lee was taken into custody last night. The students attend Penwood Middle School. Students reported Lee would smoke marijuana with the kids. Police say Lee was also contacting some students through text. A crossing guard in Darby, Delaware County has been arrested. The guard is charged with giving e-cigarettes and marijuana to students. 26-year-old Kiara Lee was taken into custody last night.
She probably thought the kids were wrong because they taller than her. One. And two, y'all let this woman sitting up here looking like a crystal meth head be a crossing guard. To be honest with you, y'all lucky she wasn't over here giving the kids crystal meth. Girl, is her being a crosser bar community service? And if it was, why you over here corrupting people's cheering? She over here, she smoked the devil's lettuce with cheering. And people probably thought she was one of the kids because she is size of one. Can you imagine walking by and you see this crystal meth head looking ass heifer smoking weed with middle school kids? And you don't know where to hit her to call her mother. She probably get in trouble because people were confused if she was grown or not. Because I'm confused looking at her. When I saw her size, I was like, people thought that it was a child. Jesus. She's the size of a minor. So it's like, do I go over there and knock the hell out of her? Because I'm not sure if that's a grown woman or not. Who is that? With that being said, I'm going to end talking about, because there's some stuff I want to talk about that had happened. Y'all know Sunday is Conspiracy Sunday for me. Oh yeah, speaking of Minetta, her bootleg Louis Vuitton.
Okay, and told y'all we were
still over there fussing on funky face ass. That's what I was talking about. Her and Charles looking tacky in that bootleg. Look, they look at Louis Vuitton would never. Y'all look tacky in country. Y'all look like bumpkins. Watch this. Let's hear Miss Netta fuss, honey. Miss Netta is always angry for somebody who got a man.
wearing real Gucci. Check this out. We got real Louis Vuitton, bitch. We take a picture, and that's what the fuck you say. That's what y'all say. We don't say a goddamn thing. We let y'all do the comment and say the shit. We don't say shit. We ain't branding Gucci or Louis Vuitton or whatever. This is what y'all got to say. We just wearing clothes. I don't.
Miss Netta, why are you raising your blood pressure if the Louis Vuitton is real?
But just like y'all talk about, oh, they just wear Temu. No, don't call my phone. If y'all wearing Temu, y'all wearing Shein, bitch, we ain't come out here and tell them what the fuck we got. Y'all in City Trend, bitch, we'll shop any motherfucking way we want to. We ain't broke by a motherfucking long shot, baby. We ain't broke by a long shot. As a matter of fact, I gave away $100 yesterday.
Yeah, but you know, I'm just saying, I know billionaires that give away millions.
I'm gonna give away a.
She said she gave away $100 yesterday. She ain't broke by a long shot. Why you get mad if somebody dress? Oh my god! I'm gonna tell you this. No. But I gave away $100. We ain't broke by a long shot. I'm gonna give another $100. Miss Netta, you making money off plates? Is this your love and hip hop money? Or is it your Real Housewives of Atlanta money? What is it? The season might not go on since Kenya wants to sit there and expose other people having sex. I'm like, what's it to you to expose somebody having sex? Yeah, I just want some potatoes. I want some baked potato, some steak, and some carrots. My nice little meal. Anyway, girl.
Another one to motherfucking day, and you bitches probably don't even got it.
When you say you bitches, are you talking about women or men?
Even give it away or to loan nobody or nothing. But I know I do because we ain't in that broke type of status. And we weren't broke.
You clearly are. You clearly are. You clearly can't say something.
Damn hit either. Because like I told y'all before, we have been doing social media for years and told y'all we ran real Gucci. Check this out. We got real Louis Vuitton, bitch. We take a picture and that's what the fuck.
But Louis Vuitton is not tacky like this. You ain't gonna tell me Haute Couture looks like this. That's like somebody that sells stuff out on the street. You know, people like street vendors, and they have stuff that look like this stuff, but it ain't really the stuff, but you buy it because you like the way it's designed. That's what this look like. Miss Netta over here getting hot mad. She madder than fish grease over there. Miss Netta, you gonna bring back them razor burns you keep fussing and fighting over there. I ain't gotta tell nobody I ain't broke if I'm not broke. And so what if you did buy something from Shein? You got girls who make 6 figures who wear Shein. I don't know why y'all be making fun of Shein. Shein is that girl. Now I ain't ever bought nothing from Shein, but ain't no wrong buying anything from Shein or Fashion Nova. I got some stuff from Fashion Nova. I was mad I didn't go to enough events to wear my sweaters from Fashion Nova, honey. But hopefully this winter I'll be able to wear my sweaters from Fashion Nova. Anyway, I will come back on here. I want to talk about the stuff that's happened in Dallas. I want to talk about this billionaire said he gonna take a sub to the Titanic again. Talk about some Diddy stuff, this Nature Boy stuff. I'm gonna talk about some videos that has intrigued me. We're gonna try to figure out why these horses are acting like this. Twins! This weird as hell. You know, I want horses. Why these horses are so synchronized? Look at that. Oh, y'all gotta go. Yeah, that won't get an exorcist. No. With that being said, y'all stay safe. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all stay prayed up. Y'all keep your vibrations up. Y'all stay positive. I hope you guys have a lovely weekend. I will be back on here talking about the weird things going around, talking about the weird videos I found, including one dealing with Kate Middleton. And I'm going to kind of break down the whole reason behind why I'm bringing it up. It may not be the same conclusion as the person who created the video, but I want to talk about the whole reason behind it. With that being said, thank you guys for coming to my live. I am so happy.